Welcome. Let's take a moment to look at the euro to US dollar chart. When the chart is clean, it's easier to spot opportunities. What caught my eye is that the last hourly candle closed as a micro-parabolic expansion of price, together with supporting volume above the average. Then the decline completed a cycle with 3 waves, and once again the volume spiked above the average, indicating absorption of the opposing force. I'm still watching, but I'm starting to see the fractal understanding forming. Alright, let's continue tracking the price. And as you can see, the second macro expansion created perfect proportions relative to the first one. It's essentially a macro fractal version of the micro. Now I'm waiting to see whether a countercycle will form, one that will fractally replicate the first cycle, wave 4 in Elliott wave terminology. I'm already starting to see a clearer structure of the expansion, and the volume is supporting the probability. In this pause, with absorption of the buying pressure in the volume, it should produce a countercycle with a certain proportionality to the expansion movement. So, what I'm doing now is starting to understand the movements. First, I want to understand fractally what the proportions of the move's frequency are. I begin by measuring the range of the hourly range, and I see that the price reached the 1.236 pocket, which tells me that within the price range there are 2 fractal pulses. Logically, that means it will look for the center of gravity, the COG, of the range it broke out from, the 0.382 to 0.618 area of the range. At this point, I notice the volume of the move and see that the selling volume is fading at a steady rate. I place a trend line to know when the structure will break and what kind of volume character the breakout will have. I combine the moving average of volume with the moving average of price, SMA 15. A length of 15, because 15 hours create over 50% of the 24-hour day, which gives hourly confirmation to the daily time frame. When I see that the volume has crossed the trend line and the contraction has ended, I notice a divergence between the volume and the price. The volume absorbed the liquidity, and the opposing force to the move is building momentum. There is hourly confirmation of a direction change and an entry into a new expansion. I create a frequency for the price range it reacted to, and I set the 2.618 as the lowest point according to the expansion ratio of the price from the beginning of the move as the target for the next convergence. And this is the balance I want you to see. There's the artistic, visual side, the intuitive feel for proportions and symmetry in the movement. And there's the technical side, volume, trendline breaks, contraction and expansion, and the ratios that confirm the structure. When you combine them, intuition points you in the right direction, and the technical signals verify it. That fusion lets you read the price both visually and analytically, as a single coherent fractal story.